Hey guys, welcome back. This is Neil. I wish everyone is doing great. But I know today is something special. Today we have a red day. This is a red pocket from the Chinese New Year. But however, we have a very red day. As you can see, only one company is kind of green, which is USA Rare Earth Metal Company. But as we all know, the reason why was because of Xi Jinping versus Donald Trump. One was saying, we will have export control of rare earth metals, and the other would reply with more tariffs, actually saying 100% of a lot of products, or even stop shipping something that is very important, such as chips, to China. Well, all these are just their tactics in my point of view. Each of the parties just want to put as many chips on the table as possible, so when they finally do meet each other, they have something heavy in their hand. Okay, so let's take a look at Downs. S&P is red. Down is red. 878 points down. Nasdaq 820 points down. Gold was still going up, 4,000 plus. Staying that level is good. VIX, the index of that measures fear, went up 31.83%. Waha! Can you see that? OMG! And Russell 2000 is going down as well. Let's take a deeper dive on the Dow Jones Index for this entire year. See, you can see, all we can see is, trending down. And 1 year, see, it was this April dip. If you have bought it, it would be excellent. And then now you're riding to, wow, very high, from 37,000 to 47,000 almost, which is 10,000 points up. So it is about time to have a slight correction, actually. So today it went down so quickly, it could just go up as quick. Well, never say never. Look at the April dip from February to April and then back up. Doesn't it look like a V? Yeah, it does. Let me make it bigger. Like a V. There is something there, see? It's like a V shape. Right? So if this one is so sharp, it could just go up just as sharp. Right? Look how sharp it falls down here. Then next week, boom. Yeah, well, why I think so positively? Because everything has been going up quite crazily for the entire year. Look at Innodata. Year-to-date Innodata, look. From 37.98 to now 93. And if not today's job, OMG, see, today from 93 to 81, if you can see this. See, 81.60. So it creates some nice buying opportunity, pardon me, for people who have missed some stocks to buy the stocks on the dip. So today is one of those chances. Look at BitMine. Oh my goodness, BitMine is doing OMG. What about Bitfarm? Do I have Bitfarm here? Maybe not. BITF. Oh, today is nice, past 5, and then deep down below 3.5. Actually, if you bought it here, you are sitting at a nice profit already. OMG, the last month from 2 to 5 today. See, it has been going up so nicely. So a lot of stock actually are due for a pullback. So you actually want a fast pullback so that you can go back up just as quick. This is AppLovin, the stock that I bought 2 years ago at $40.41 around here, and I sold it just 2 weeks ago at 603. And after I sold it, it actually went from 603 all the way to 735, I think. Yes, 735, something like that, or 45. And do I regret selling it too early? No, not at all. Because you know what? From 41 to 603, that was 12 times return already. So I don't regret selling it a little bit early here at 603, and then eventually it went all the way up to 745. I don't regret at all, because right now it's actually lower than my my sale price at 603. Now it's 566. You see that? You see that? After hours 566. So it drops even more. Yeah. So Palantir, has been trending up crazily. So this stock needs to consolidate a little bit. See, from the April low of 74 to 190 this morning, I think. And then BFARM Innodata is another one. OMG from 20 in January to 93 this morning, and now it's still 81, still up a lot if you bought it at 20. So never chase the high, never chase the high. See, after it tops out, it would come down. So who knows? Because this one is very sharp increase, so it could kind of come down a little bit before the next leg up. And Lapierre Group. All right, this is Lapierre. Let me see. Sorry, my hand is shaking. I will try better. Oh my God, from 20 to now 130. See, this morning it was 140, I think, something like that. OMG. So yeah, so it really does need a nice correction. And actually, it looks like it is a straight line up. So I wouldn't worry about it. This dip may just be just a small bip in the radar. 1 month chart of Iran. OMGC 6 months from $6 to 60. After today's drop, is still at 60, 10x within the last 6 months only. This is so crazy. Look at the chart, so nice. It's still going up. I wouldn't be concerning at all. And this morning is actually went up to 70. Yeah, see, 70. OMG, even this big drop today is still holding up very nicely at around 60. I wouldn't worry about it at all. 6 to 60 is still 10x in 6 months. You are kidding me. If it doesn't need a just light correction, right? All right, we have Big Bear AI. Let me change hand. My God, my left hand is tired. All right, Big Bear AI is kind of Bear and Boost are designing, differently. So they are having tug of war, as you can see. A lot of things that this company does is behind the scene. They are not making headline news, and their face scan features or software capability can be found in 10 busiest airports in USA now. And so they are scanning people's faces, and all these AI features need time to perfect and to increase the data stack. So it will take some time. It won't be immediate. And the face scanning is also deployed in the Bahama Canal Let's see what else. And then they are doing other defense projects with various defense departments of the federal government, and they also have software for logistics and drones for the private sector. So they are doing a lot of behind the scene hard work, but they don't want to make headlines, just like Palantir making a lot of headlines, you know, CEO meeting Donald Trump, stuff like that. No, Big Bear is more low key. All right, and then somehow AI is doing great as well, just like Big Bear AI. Each of these two companies have an increasing backlog of orders by private sectors and governments. Somehow AI is more for private sector, as you have already probably known that a lot of restaurant chains are using their somehow AI voice capability, and to a lot of industry analysts, they suggest somehow might have the best human-like sound capability, and how it could or it can recognize different type of human voices and accents. So somehow should be as close to human as possible in terms of all the business available nowadays with their capabilities. So I really think that somehow AI and Big Bear AI will have bright futures. And SoFi Technologies, how can we not talk about it, right? Save the best for last. So this 1 year has been trending up nicely after the April dip at around 8. Yeah, I remember it was 8. And then went all the way up to $30.30. Yeah, see, I still remember $30.30. And year to date, see, from 8 to 30. So this is just like kind of relaxation before the next leg up. I would say after Q3 report later this month, October 25th or 27th. Either one, I forgot. Let's see. October, probably 28th. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, but I can double check later. But anyway, this is getting late, and tomorrow I still need to work. But the points of tonight is that, oh, look at my spreadsheet. These are my 19 whole companies in my portfolio. I have 4 accounts. This belong to my public account, so I can let you see what are inside. So I have this, if you can see, but I will have another video that specifically talk about each of these company. But for now, because it is already past 10:30 p.m. and I really need to work tomorrow morning, and I have to wake up at 4 a.m. So I just want to make this urgent video. Yeah, SoFi Technology is my biggest holding. I have started my position since $6.55 and been accumulating. Even today, I bought even more. I also bought more in Iron, the number 8 Iron, which is a data center company, but then they use their Bitcoin treasury and gas fees, their earnings from holding Bitcoins or mining Bitcoins to finance their data center business. Innodata is another one that I just bought, number 12, if you can see it. Innodata, the company is to help 5 of the 7 biggest tech company to enable them to prepare data for LLM modeling, large language model modeling, or preparation for large language model training, if you will. But I will talk about this company in more detail in the near future. So right now I just want to give you a quick view. And all right, sorry about that. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so I continue the video now. But we are almost done because tomorrow I still have to wake up at 4 a.m. and right now it's almost 11 p.m. Thank you once again. This is Neo. Regarding today is as a very red day, guys. Don't worry too much because stock have been going up since the beginning of this year, especially after April. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay. This is a nice buying opportunity for the long term. Of course, if you are extended, such as if you use margin, you may get a little bit anxious as to what the next week may bring, right? So that's why do not use margins that much. I'm not saying not to use margins at all, but only use margins when the markets are really, really way down, when the markets are very pessimistic actually, or around yeah, we will talk about that a little bit more because that topic is very, very specific. You have to be very advanced. Even the advanced people, investor with a lot of experience, sometimes they could bet, put the wrong bet and lose big. So I would actually suggest not to use margin. And for now, I do not think that the stock will continue to crash. And why? Because those are just negotiation tactic. Xi Jinping say, we're gonna have export import control, and then it's crashing actually before the stock market crash. My phone stand is crashing. Okay, anyway, so now those are negotiation tactic. Both leaders of these two great companies will be meeting each other on 1st of November this year. And Xi Jinping just want to say, I'm gonna put some export control of the rare earth metal. So, and then in response, my rare earth USA Rare Earth Metal Company, the share was the only one that was green, as you saw earlier, right? And all the other companies stocks were red. So yeah, that triggers people or investors to think that USA Rare Earth Metal Company will benefit from, if China and United States cannot have a good agreement with each other, such as MP Material. That one has been trending up nicely too. Okay, so but if you hold AI company, if you invest in AI company, if you invest in SoFi Technologies, I don't even see why the disagreement between the two leaders of the two countries would have any material effects going forward for the financial performance for these companies such as SoFi Technologies. I know they have a small branch in Hong Kong, but SoFi Technologies in Hong Kong, I think they are mainly doing research for crypto, for blockchain technology. So because in Hong Kong, there are a lot of companies that are very, they target specifically blockchain technologies. That's one thing that I know the Hong Kong technologies trending to. Yeah, but then, if they have tariff, if they have disagreement between these two countries, then how will SoFi Technologies be affected? Not much. They are mainly in America and they are somewhat in Canada, I think. I'm not sure. And then, yeah. So, and then they still have a lot of international markets to enter too. And For example, Robinhood, I don't see how Robinhood will be deeply affected. They are not in China anyway, and I don't expect these two companies to be in China anytime soon, right? So, but then if you are investing in NVIDIA or AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, or NVIDIA, these two companies sell chips to Chinese companies. So there could be some, control or some limitation as to what kind of chips excuse me, they can sell to Chinese companies, or maybe they will be asked to stop selling, at all to any Chinese company. But they still have the majority 95-96% of the revenue from America and the rest of the world. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. As a matter of fact, if you have been following all the latest news, the OpenAI company just invest billions in different companies, and they buy billions amount of chips. They just signed a big deal with AMD and get some AMD shares in reward. Yeah, there are a lot of development. So AI is not really a bubble. Okay, a lot of people say compared to the dot-com era of the 2000, they say there are a lot of similarity between the two, the dot-com versus AI. But one thing we need to understand, back then, the dot-com company were not making a dime in profit. And whenever they need to expand their businesses, they need to go to the secondary, need to go to the equity market to offer secondary, to issue a secondary offering. So in the process, they sell more treasury shares of the company, and then they dilute the shareholders' value, the share values of the existing shareholders. So, but then nowadays, the big tech have a big reserve of cash. They have a lot of cash and cash equivalents, due to their great business models, and they have strong cash flows. They don't have to worry about, getting a loan from a bank, getting serious funding, getting equity market, going there to have secondary offering and diluting shareholder values. They don't have to worry about all those. They just use the existing cash on hand to finance whatever they need. So for example, to buy a lot of AI chips, Blackwell chips, if you will, and just spend billions that way. And billions acquiring another company or buying the shares of another company, or partnering with them. So it's very different. The money which are spending a lot are all the biggest, most profitable tech companies on earth. So I do not see a bubble forming yet. And as a matter of fact, if you look at NVIDIA, the biggest company on earth by market cap, their PE are still reasonable, and we will dive more into each of these companies, each of these great AI company and tech company and finance companies such as SoFi Technologies and Robinhood, dLocal, and BMNR. Okay, thank you for watching, everyone. This is very late at night. It's only 10 minutes to 11, and I have to wake up at 4 a.m. Wish me luck. I wish one day I'll be financially free enough to enjoy staying home and doing whatever I love to do, right? Just as everybody who is watching me now, you are staying home and relaxing and watching my video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.